Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Welcome in. It's the West Nebraska All-Star Recap edition today from the First National Bank Sports Desk. On Saturday afternoon at WNCC's Cougar Palace, it was the 35th annual West Nebraska Volleyball game with the West team trying to make it 3 straight wins in the series. The West jumped out quickly, taking the first set 25-20 behind 5 kills from Alliance's Emerson Siza. In set 2, both teams, well, they went to completely different lineups, but still the same result with the West winning 25-14. Mackenzie Anderson of Ogallala and Kiana Wilfred from Mitchell each had solid sets as the West went up early 2-0. For the sake of competitiveness then, we needed the East to win the third set, and it was back and forth all the way to the wire with Addison Johnson of Cody Kilgore scoring 7 points in the set. Johnson helping lead the East to that third set victory 29-27. Match still up for grabs then in the fourth, but once again it was Siza along with Hershey's Channing Holm really getting off some big swings as the West clinched the match 25-20. They'd go on to win the fifth and final set of the afternoon 15-8 for a 4-1 win. Siza was named the MVP for the West team with a double-double of 17 kills and 19 dings. The East MVP was Cody Kilgore's Johnson. The Sportsmanship Award winners were for the West, Mackenzie Anderson of Ogallala, and for the East, Courtney Rice from Mullen. Overall now, the West has won 12 of the last 14 volleyball all-star matches. Now, about the time the volleyball match was wrapping up, the rains were setting in here in the Scottsbluff area that afternoon. Off and on rains and colder temperatures were definitely part of the storyline exiting the 41st edition of the West Nebraska All-Star Football game at Bearcat Stadium. It was a defensive slugfest won by the West team 6-0. The lone touchdown of the night came early in the second quarter as Sidney quarterback Eric Doty connected with Lucas Paluchek of Ogallala on a 9-yard touchdown pass. That was it. That was it for the scoring on the night, and that score was set up by one of 9 turnovers in the game. The rains really slickened up the field, and at times we saw some ball control issues, center quarterback exchanges, some possible slick balls that made it tough on quarterbacks to throw it, and some tricky cutting and planting conditions for running backs and receivers. 2 key, though, fourth quarter interceptions really helped seal the deal for the West team in the victory. Valentine's Lane McGinley had a huge pick inside the 5-yard line on a key 4th down stop to preserve the lead, and then late in the game, Scottsbluff's own Jeremiah Delzer drops into coverage and gets the game-sealing INT for the West. Paluchek finished up with 3 big catches and the lone touchdown. He earned offensive MVP honors, while McGinley was a playmaking machine for the West, taking home defensive MVP honors with him to Valentine. The Sportsmanship Awards went to Cozad's Josh Stahlbaumer and Sydney's Zach Pettit. Another West Nebraska All-Star weekend is in the books. Now some weekend power both at the plate and on the mound led the Wesco Zephyrs to a 3-1 record against Buckley and Lexington. In yesterday's sweep of Lex, the Z's got home runs from Tate Carson, Paul Panduro, and Hunter McCollum, plus Harold Baez struck out 14 en route to the win in Game 2 over Lexington. That was a doubleheader yesterday. The Z's are now 15-5 on the season, traveling for games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Gearing Platte Valley Companies, they split a pair on Saturday at Casper, scheduled for 2 tonight starting at 5 on the road at Buckley. That's the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's coming back with a look at that community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.